What's up, guys? Coach Bruce, Third Down Thursday is coming to you live from another amazing Thursday. Tonight, we are joined by Jackson. Unfortunately, MJ came down with a little bit of a cold, little sniffle action going on. It's definitely going around. It is what it is. But we got Jackson, one of our amazing writers for ThirdDownThursdays.com. Jackson, what's up, brother? How are you, man?
Not much. Got first semester senior in the books at Marquette. Glad to be chilling back home in the better state in Illinois over Wisconsin. So
I was about to say, I thought you were going to say Indiana just then.
Nope.
I was about to say, there ain't no damn way that state is better than. Wait, what?
No,
What?
No, Indiana can secede from the Union for all I care. So.
Oh, we're off. We are off to a freaking start. So apparently, all right. So apparently, you guys can hit like any people from the state of Indiana that are seeing this. You can direct all your hate towards Jackson. Make sure you read his article first.
And hate read my articles. I don't care as long as I get the views.
As long as you get the views, exactly. Hey, you're not supposed to say that. This is gonna be wonderful. This is gonna be wonderful. But well, you know what? Shit, what else is new, man? Like, how's it going? How are you? What's the hubbub? I know you said you just got back from from Wisconsin. You go to Marquette. For those of you guys that don't know, Jackson is an amazing announcer for Marquette University. Does some student work down there or up there, I guess. And busts his ass, works his tail off, like I said. And so what's been going on? Like, I know you do volleyball, but what other stuff do you part of there?
So not only besides broadcasting, I do write for them as well. So I'll either come out with a bi-weekly feature or I'll do recaps for games. So volleyball season just wrapped up. They got absolutely annihilated by number 1 Texas in the Sweet 16. Not surprising, but still an incredible season for Marquette women's volleyball. And then I've been covering Marquette men's basketball. It's been interesting starts that season. They took down number 6 Baylor a few weeks ago. They just took down Notre Dame in South Bend. So they still can't beat Wisconsin. They still can't beat Wisconsin for some reason, but those are 2 big wins already. So
hell yeah. Well, that's not bad. So it sounds like you've been staying busy. Oh, we already got hold on. We already got a question. Look at this guy. I see Trump. I see you, dog. I see you. We're getting to that. We're getting to that portion. All right. So boom. That being said, how am I feeling? Great, man. Like, everything's good. There's no complaints. Actually, all right. So traditionally, the wife and I have a thing. So before my wife's mom passed away, they would always go to Walnut Room. For those of you guys don't know what Walnut Room is, it's a big ass Christmas tree inside Macy's off the State Street. Great time. It's beautiful. It's like just like, Christmas, like, holiday festivities, just fun, amazingness. And excuse me, I booked. So this is what I did. So, hey, y'all take notes on this.
Okay.
I booked this reservation back in October. Right?
Good shit.
Back in October, I made sure that we got seats to this shit. So, thank you. So we booked it back in October. Surprised the wifey with it. Probably like a month and a half later, and we went yesterday. It was awesome, great time. But here's the cool thing about it. This is the fun stuff. So I really didn't. So we usually my wife's pregnant now. Like, she's having a little girl, all that jazz. We all know that. But the crazy part is I didn't tell her I was going to get dressed up for it. I didn't tell her I was going to do like the whole shenanigans and the whole like the craziness or anything like that. I just let her, do her thing. She actually had a great idea too. Once she saw what I dressed up as, she told me about it when we were eating at the Walnut Room. But anyway, so for those of you that don't know, I have a quick couple videos for you guys that I can show you what I did. So that's one. That's one. And that was the second one. So it was really fun, honestly. Like we're lucky enough that both of us aren't sick anymore either, so we were able to enjoy our time downtown yesterday. And you would be surprised at how many people actually wanted to take pictures and wanted to be like, "Oh my god!" And that's amazing. Blah blah blah. So, we got breaking news. I don't know if we. Breaking
Yep.
news.
Thank you, Sai.
Thank you, Sai. Appreciate you. Oh, and look at this. This is funny too.
And Vans is behind. What's going on, CT Tromba?
Chamba, dog. Hey, man. Yeah, dude. So going to be as of shit. How far along? 20 weeks now. Yeah. So yeah, my daughter will be. Oh, my bad. Oh, thank you. Sorry, my bad, Zach. I'm doing your job. Our producer's in the background doing stuff, and I'm here. Yeah, I'm touching buttons. My bad. So yeah, man. So yeah, expecting the daughter real quick. Just quick update. Expecting my daughter on. We are expecting our daughter. May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Cheesy as shit. I'm cool with it, but whatever.
Yes,
but yeah, man. So that was cool. We actually ended up going to. We also went to ESPN Studios. So we ended up seeing.
Sick.
Dude, I love that area. Like I'd have to pull it up, but I got a picture. I think like we've had Selena and my wife and I have had a tour of ESPN Studios, and it's awesome. We've had Chris Black on multiple times before, like just really good people. But yeah, it was funny. Yurko and Carmen Yurko were just laughing when they saw me, and then we were walking back. And Waddle and Sylvie saw me. But man, dude, I'm gonna tell you something, Jackson.
What's up?
You know what sucked?
What?
How absolutely effing cold that rain was yesterday, bro.
Oh my god. It was pretty much the same up in Wisconsin, and I was talking with my friend, and he's like, "This is bullshit. This should be snow. What are we doing here?"
Getting rain in December.
Yeah, it's raining. Well, today it snowed today, but yeah, it was pouring rain. It was pouring rain, but
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so on that, you know what else? We're not gonna go crazy right away, Jackson. Okay. But
all right,
we're gonna talk about this.
Oh no!
So I want to make sure I get this right, okay? Because I expressed my frustrations. I expressed my frustrations about this last week with MJ. And I was very provocative with my language. And today I'm a little bit more tame.
Okay.
A little don't have as much energy today to cause me to be as obnoxious as I usually am. So that said, I'm gonna read this. It's according to Forbes magazine, so it's Forbes, like it's a legit media. What's the word I'm looking for? Legit. It's a legit media.
Yeah. It's a legit media source.
Yeah, source. That's the word. It's tough sometimes. My 38-year-old freaking brain sometimes doesn't work very well. All right. So that being said, the Chicago Cubs are now worth $3.8 billion, up 13% from last year, while making $68 million last year alone. The Dodgers are worth $4 billion and lost $8 million in 2022. Clearly, we see how the Dodgers operate compared to the Cubs and how the results are much, much different. So,
yeah, man,
I have to tell you, I was gonna put my phone over there, but man, dude, what are the Cubs doing?
If I knew, I could make a ton of money knowing what they're doing up there. They're basically operating as if they have the Tampa Bay Rays or the Oakland Athletics like budget, where they sign a couple of high risk, low risk, high reward deals and one decent long term contract, in Taillon, and then that's it.
Bellinger's that low risk, high reward type thing.
Exactly. So he's got essentially a 1-year deal. There's a mutual option in the second year. Unless I believe it was John Morosi, you have a mutant option. And then Taillon, the 4 years, $68 million, and it's been cricket since, where we've seen the top shortstops outside of Dansby Swanson signed for mega deals. Bogarts, $280 million for the Padres, small market. $350 million for Correa for San Francisco. Decent market, but not obviously third largest market in the country. And then Trey Turner, $300 million from the Phillies, and they just went to the World Series.
That's good, Zach. That's good. So I don't know if you had a chance to see this today or hear about it, but Gordon Whitmire reported today that the Cubs didn't even make extend an offer to Carlos Correa. They said that they said according to Gordon Whitmire, it was provisions. They gave him a provisions like list or whatever, but it wasn't an official contract offer. What the fuck is going on the north side? What is going on with Chicago sports or Chicago baseball period? The whole landscape of Chicago baseball right now is totally in the freaking dumpster. Like if I had a picture of a dumpster fire right now, that's exactly what I'd be like, oh, Chicago baseball.
Like it would be one thing if this was a guy with like injury concerns. This is Carlos Correa. I saw that on MLB Network the other day where he has like the 5th highest like WAR like throughout his career up to this point. And there were guys like, there's like Mike Trout or just like insane legends on that list. And he was 5th at like 34.9 career WAR. This is a guy that you build your franchise around and you pay 13 years and $350 million for.
Oh, right. And then here's another thing. Sai, okay, thank you. Okay, I like this. And yes, and I'll touch on that in a second, but you just reminded me of this. Your rival, the St. Louis Cardinals, swoop in to get arguably a top 3 catcher in baseball right now.
Yep.
Yet you had a problem with him in the clubhouse, despite teammates apparently for overall liking him, according to articles like that I've read and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the Cardinals did their due diligence, did their homework on them, and you allow your freaking rival to swoop in and be like, yoink, I think it was a 5-year contract, if I'm not mistaken.
5 for 85.
5 for 85. So you mean to tell me that the Chicago Cubs, 3rd, 4th largest freaking market in Major League Baseball, cannot pull their heads out of their asses on freaking Waveland Avenue and make a freaking play on one of the best catchers in Major League Baseball?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And while Contreras wasn't an elite defensive catcher, he's still a really good defensive catcher. And I think he ended up leading the National League catchers in home runs this year.
Right.
That's someone you pay.
Right. Guess what? You need to freaking score. Like, you don't even have a pitching staff. You don't have a pitching staff anyways. Shit. So might as well freaking try to fucking buy some offense.
And if you want people to come to your overpriced tickets, score runs.
Oh. So you know what? Let's keep going on this train. Speaking of overpriced. So speaking of overpriced, the Chicago Cubs have actually also are starting the Cubs convention. They just released all that information. They're letting everyone know about this. All right. So I saw an interesting, they did an interesting thing on Waddle and Sylvie this evening towards the end of their show. And I was like, you know what? I kind of like that. I kind of want to bring that up. And I want to bring it up with MJ, but it's okay. MJ's not here. We're going to talk to Jackson. Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. How much do you think, because they don't have 1-day passes anymore, apparently.
Okay.
How much do you think a 3-day pass is?
Well, assuming that at some point down the line they'll keep trying to buy Chelsea Football Club, I'm going to say it's probably about $400 per person.
It's not that much.
Okay.
Let's pump the brakes.
Am I super far off? Am I super far off though?
Yeah, you see, okay, like you're super far off. You're,
okay, like
you know, we're playing a price.
50. No,
no, it's $125 for a 3-day pass.
Oh
Comparatively,
my god.
in the past, it was like $50, $75, things like that. Nothing extravagant, nothing crazy. It was a whole hell of a lot cheaper in the past. This is great though. My thing is this. So Saturday morning. So for those of you that don't know about the Cubs convention, it's held on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That Saturday morning, the Ricketts family, the owners of the Chicago Cubs, real estate moguls, mugles are going to be a part of said convention again. And I have been tweeting, I have been responding, I have been talking mad shit to this family right now because all they want to do is invest. Okay, and I'll give them credit where credit is due. The surrounding area in Wrigley Field is amazing compared to what it was back in like the mid 2000s when I was in college and stuff like that. Like you'd walk around there, it would smell like piss everywhere. Like it really did. And the one thing I do miss though, I do miss that Taco Bell. For those old heads that are out there watching this, like that Taco Bell was pristine. Loved it. Crunchwrap Supreme, some soft shell tacos, even a little cinnamon twist every once in a while. Oh, so good. But that said, Jackson, I want to get your thoughts on this too. Like, I'm kind of more pissed off at the fact that I get you want to make the surrounding area around Wrigley Field beautiful, nice, and approachable, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it. However, the product on the field is going to bring in money in that area regardless of what they do, making it look nice or not. I don't give a shit about your little bullshit hotel. Your little bullshit hotel across the street. Don't care about that $400 a night per thing. I don't care about that shit. Like at the end of the day, there's really nothing around that area that causes a scenery other than Wrigley Field. Like, so cool. I'm paying $400, $500 a night just to fucking stare at John Barleycorn right here on the ground. Get the fuck out of here. All right. So that said, do you think that this ownership group is more focused on lining their pockets than they are putting a product on the field? What are your thoughts on that, dude?
I would say 100%. I mean, they're just looking for as many different ways as they can earn money. If they can earn money by just people going to the games, regardless of how the team is, because the Cubs have a top 5 fan base in MLB, if not top 3. And if they can get some extra money by beautifying the stuff outside Wrigley Field, getting some shops and kiosks and buying all the buildings and all that kind of stuff, like they're just focused on making their money. They're focused on making their money.
Take it from a Rockies fan. Why invest in the team when you can build McGregor Square? Which is beautiful, by the way. I do want to give him credit there. But yay, go Rockies. Amazingly. Still top 10 in attendance because we have the coolest sports bar in Denver that happens to have baseball at it. That's what I get to live with every year. That's why their ornament is not only not on the Christmas tree, it is under the tree skirt. But
damn.
Yes, the Cubs are seemingly doing the same thing. It's sad to see because the Cubs, unlike the Rockies, are actually a legacy organization.
Yeah.
They have, over a century of success. They had the Billy Goat curse, all these things that, like everyone knows the Cubs in this way.
Right.
So like to see it not turn into like actually competing when they have good enough players to at least make a playoff push is kind of sad to see.
Agree. Well said, sir. Well said.
Yeah, and yeah.
No, I love it. I love it. Honestly, it's just it's aggravating for me as a Cubs fan that. So Jackson, I don't know if you follow Bleach Nation or not.
I do.
Do you? Okay. So there was an article, and I really wish I remembered the gentleman's name that wrote it. But essentially, and if you guys don't follow them, Bleacher Nation, Google it. It's like they're amazing. It's a Chicago Cubs blog. Do really good work, really good information. That said, though, he wrote an article kind of breaking down the process in which the Cubs were successful in the previous years in the previous Bill regime. And you could kind of see the outline of and the transparency of how things progressed with the Cubs as they were putting building blocks, into some of those guys that might be watching, like stacks on stacks. Like they were stacking things up, making a push to, for their successful what endeavor that they were going to go on. So fast forward to today. What are you doing? Where is that? Yeah. Where's that John Lester signing that tells other free agents, okay, it's they want to win. Let's fucking go. Yeah. And frankly, and I'm not saying and I'm not bad mouthing Ross, because I love Rossi, whoever you want to call him. But is he a manager that is as gravitating as Joe Maddon was? That's another question you have to ask.
I don't know. I mean, I've never heard a bad word, obviously, from the players about David Ross and how he is. And he just seems like a very approachable and very player-centric guy. Agreed. Much in the way like Joe Maddon was, not to the degree like the crazy stuff that Joe Maddon would do, like the pajama stuff or like the mohawk.
The magician.
Yeah, nothing to that.
The dance club.
Oh God, no.
Let's calm
I'm gonna ignore that comment. But
that's pretty good.
But yeah, I mean, even regardless, it's not like Ross is like not even like a Rick Renteria where he's just like a bridge manager or something. Ross has proven himself to be a pretty decent manager at the very least, and someone that I think a lot of players get along with.
Yeah, the players love him. Like, they really do. The players absolutely enjoy him. Which also, to go back to part of our original conversation a little bit ago, him managing, was he a part of the reason why Wilson Contreras wasn't brought back, though? Because there was some contention amongst like those two.
I don't know. Don't remember any issues that they had with each other or what Ross, maybe any input he had down the line, but
yeah. So obviously in 2016 was Wilson Contreras' rookie year. And like he was the flamboyant, loud, obnoxious rookie that's like, let's fucking go, yeah. Whereas Grandpa Rossi, David Ross, was like that guy that was, the seasoned veteran. It's my last ride. Let's go out on a win, whatever. It is what it is. But so from everything that I've heard in Chicago radio and whatever, it's just been said that there was some contention amongst David Ross and Wilson Contreras. So I wondered if that followed into the them losing Wilson Contreras to the St. Louis Cardinals, which is now leading me to think like, okay, do free agents really want to come to Chicago if that their manager can't get along with one of the best players in Major League Baseball at their respective position?
Yeah, like you gotta. I mean, it's not like Contreras was like a toxic flamboyant like you see with some other guys, like a Jose Bautista, Rougned Odor. Nothing to that. He was always like, obviously you want that raw guy. You have to have some silent leaders and some more stoic guys, but you have to have those guys who can fire up the boys and all that kind of stuff. So you have to let the players be the players without it hurting the team. And I don't think anything Wilson Contreras is hurting the team. I honestly think he's part of the reason why Christopher Morel had such a successful rookie season, because he was always in his corner helping him out. So it is extremely frustrating, and I was extremely depressed seeing him in a white and red uniform.
Is Gomes still on the roster?
Yan Gomes is still the guy. There was reports early on in free agency that they were going to try and go after Sean Murphy, but obviously he's an Atlanta Brave.
Yep.
So I don't know what other catchers are out there in the market right now. They may just bring someone up from the farm system because they're cheap. So it'll be Jan Gomes and MLB The Show generated player number 45.
Nice. That was good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh man, I was about to say there's a. I'm gonna bring it back like old school. They're bringing up Eric Kiss. People have.
Lord. I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, exactly. So you referenced like an old school video game, or not old school, but you referenced like the show. So Eric Kiss was an absolute beast in triple play baseball back in the day, and I don't even know if you've even heard of triple play baseball. But
vaguely.
Every time Eric Kiss went up to bat, he would hit a home run. But it wouldn't be. But here's the thing, though. This is how fun it was during the steroid era, dude. Like this guy would hit a home run that wouldn't be like a normal 350 foot, 375, 400 foot home run. He would hit 850, 900 foot home runs, and he was just a tank. Just a freaking like. There's a screen. It was a screen. Like you would be up to bat, and like he would like be outside the screen. Like it was awesome. Yeah, exactly. He was Pablo. Yes. Exactly. He was better than Pablo. I would actually debate that he was better than Pablo.
Now we're gonna say he's better than Bo Jackson and Tecmo Bowl.
Oh no!
Oh my God, man! You're starting to cross into dangerous territory. It's gonna start arguments. Pablo is that good in backyard baseball.
Hey
Anytime
man,
he's on my team, we're hitting dingers.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't think you played with Eric Kiss.
I mean, I know what triple play baseball was, but no.
I told you. So that being said, you guys, you always want to make sure you have an insurance policy anytime you're up to bat. So that being said, make sure you have an insurance policy with Be Big.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
Yes, sir. Make sure you guys email my guy, Jeff, at mybigbig.com at 704-464-4544. Again, that's Jeff at mybbig.com, 704-464-4544. And make sure you tell them Third Down Thursdays sent you. I'm sure they're going to help you guys out with any kind of insurance quote that you need. Getting a little professional here, Jackson. I don't know if you knew that about us. Now we've kind of like stepped up a little bit.
I've seen a couple of shows while I've been grinding away. So I did see that there was one. I think it was during during the draft, fantasy draft show or something? But yeah, I've been keeping up a little bit.
We've stepped up our game. I like to think. I think we've improved a little bit. But you know who's going to step up there? Up. You know who's going to step up their game? Man, transitions are a pain in the ass. Usually this is MJ's thing, man. What the shit? Fucking driving the freaking bus into the fucking ditch right now. You know what? I'm just gonna handle it the way I usually handle it. Just fucking pop open a beer and just all right. All right, time to start talking about. All right, fucking the Chicago Bears suck ass. So
yep.
but
they're fun anyway.
But they're still fun to watch because Justin Fields is an absolute beast, and I'm saying it right now. You know what? Breaking news. I'm gonna say it. This might go as like one of those things where it's like, all right, Bruce is being Bruce and he's saying shit out of his ass like always. But I'm gonna say it right now. Oh, my buddy is FaceTiming me. This is good. This is good. This is good. What's up, dog? You're live right now on Third Down Thursdays. What's up, dog?
Oh my God, the absolute scenes.
No, you're straight. Are you jumping on COD?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're in about a half hour. I'll jump on COD.
You're good, man. I'm about to tune in anyway.
Hey, look at you. By the way, you lined up nice. Look, you got your haircut and everything. Looks good, man.
Priorities.
All right, later. Hey, anyway, as I was saying. So Justin Fields, I love him. I love what he
Yes.
does. I love what he's
Yeah.
about. Outrageous prediction for next year. The Chicago Bears will be competing for a playoff position next year. That's what I was going to say. The only team in the NFC North that scares me right now as an up and coming team, the Lions. The Lions are legit. I said it after watching Hard Knocks. I loved what Dan Campbell was about. I was saying it to that before because I'm a huge meathead. I loved it. He's like bite ankles, twist knees, whatever the fuck he said. I love it.
Fighting kneecaps. What are we doing here?
Thank you.
No. So I put in my hot take this year. The Lions are finishing second in the division. I had it from the start. I'm on these.
Damn.
I'm on this train. I
He is.
love Dan Campbell.
Same.
And I keep making the joke, but I'm starting to make the joke too much now that I'm becoming serious about it. Lamar's going to be a Lion. I've been making that joke for.
No, I refuse. I refuse.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
granted,
So you know
he's
what?
probably staying in Baltimore. I want to let's put that out there. Probably
So
staying in
Zach,
Baltimore. He's going to get the franchise tag. But if he hits free agency, he's a Lion.
so did you? So I don't know if you guys saw this. I can't remember where I saw this from though. It was some national sports thing, but it said Justin Fields will be a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson.
Quarterback, yeah.
Or has a no, he has a
Player,
higher ceiling as a player too than Lamar Jackson.
I think that's pushing it.
See, I don't know, man.
Because Lamar's
Like,
already won MVP.
yeah,
I
but
don't know if Justin Fields is going to win an MVP.
what has he done for me
And
lately?
in part, that's because Patrick Mahomes exists and Justin
True.
Herbert exists
Okay,
and Josh
I agree.
Allen exists.
Yeah.
So like,
All
I'm not
AFC,
sure.
keep him over there.
Yeah. So I'm not sure that Fields will win partly because of the field. But I think like
No
he'll
pun
be a
intended.
top 10 quarterback. You could
Top
probably put him
8.
top 5 at some point, maybe.
Yeah.
If he maxes
Oh,
out. If he maxes out, it could be top 5.
do you think he's
But-
going to be a top 5 quarterback? I want to hear your prediction right here, Zach. As an impartial person,
All right. If he maxes out, I think he can get
top 3.
let's say 5th. We'll say 5th.
You know what that means?
Okay.
You know what that means,
There's more
gentlemen?
guys coming too.
That's what that
Oh,
means,
yeah.
boys. Sorry, MJ. I know you're not on tonight, but man, you're gonna be a Bears fan, dude.
The question is more, does Justin Fields max out than it does anything else?
Yeah.
Wait, no, this is gonna be
So-
empty. Hold on.
Oh no, we're
Yeah,
that
sorry.
poor guy. We're totally putting him under the bus right now. It's okay. You know
Or-
why?
Yeah.
Hey, as long as the Packers don't pay these guys.
They will.
Be the 12th
But it-
man.
But yeah, right. But okay, so all right, so you know we gotta refocus a little bit here. Refocus. All right, so that's what I was thinking. Like I really do think that the Chicago Bears will be contending for a playoff position next year. Do I
Mhm.
think they're going to get to the playoffs? I don't know. I obviously have to see what moves they're going to end up making. I need to take the Lions lead and follow the rage system. No,
Does Jackson know what the rage system is?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't know what the rage
This is-
system is.
This is Jack's thing. He puts it in the chat all the time. It's
Yeah.
the thinking system. R stands for render roster uncompetitive. A stands for anger fan base for short term. G stands for gain draft capital, and E stands for earn generational talent.
I love that. I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
This
It's
is Jack's system. It's beautiful. I stand by it. It
it's
applies
100%
to all
accurate.
sports.
Yeah.
It applies to all
100%.
sports too, by the
It
way.
really does. It 100% does. We
This is how
got.
the
You know what?
Avalanche got Cale Makar and Bowen Byram.
Actually, you know what, Jack?
Oh.
Jack, hey man, I'm gonna call you out on this too. Jack, like you've been writing amazing articles for us lately. Like you've been the most consistent, to be honest with you, because I've been late as a motherfucker. I won't lie. Jackson, you've been doing your like college thing, which is understandable.
Right.
But that being said, though, Jack, I want you, Jack, to write an article about the rage system.
Ooh, yes.
I think that would be a fucking cool idea. So that being said, I think the Bears have been doing the rage system ever since Poles took over, and now they will draft Will Anderson to get after the freaking quarterback at next year, and they're going to revamp that system, and that's what they need to do. They need to get a young talented pass rusher.
Or, hear me out here. This is a crazy trade that I saw a few days or probably a week ago now on Twitter. Was that the Indianapolis Colts?
Great minds, Zach. Great minds.
The Indianapolis Colts are in need of a quarterback. No quarterback from Texas outside of Vince Young has been good.
Don't make me
Matt Ryan is an absolute fossil of a quarterback.
I know. Okay, yes.
So I believe the Colts have either like the 6th or 7th overall pick as of now. I say, depending on what it is, the Chicago Bears trade back currently from number 3 to the Colts pick, getting their
it's 7 right now.
Okay, so you get number 7. You get a 2nd-round pick from them this year and a 1st-round pick next year. And then you also get DeForest Buckner, who they are looking to potentially get rid of because they're going to be heading into a rebuild. Buckner is almost 30, if not 30 already. You get more draft capital. You get that perfect three technique.
What the fuck is a catable?
Draft capital. A catable is where you throw a cat in the catapult.
Time out.
So you get more draft capital. You get the perfect 3 technique that Matt Eberflus wants and probably influenced the Colts in the first place to trade for when they first got him
for that system.
So, and then you get Peter Skronsky from Northwestern, build up the offensive line, get receivers later in the draft, and build up the rest of your team at that point.
Okay, so here
Skronsky, a guard or a tackle? Do you?
Tackle. He's a tackle.
Okay.
So
there's some questions about it.
So one of the things that I'm kind of curious about. Okay, and I'm not angry at that idea at all. I'm not angry at that idea. I think it's also because of just like the way in which I would rebuild a team. I would want to rebuild and not like the offensive line with guys that have a proven track record in the NFL.
That's fair. That is 100% fair.
So I would spend my money in free agency to get my tackles that way, because the longevity of a tackle or offensive lineman typically in the NFL is longer than the performance of an edge rusher, corner, or whatever in the NFL. So I personally would go free agency for the offensive line. And then after that, I would like my first draft pick, like I said, it would be edge rusher. I'm going edge rusher right away because I want somebody that's going to make a difference for the next 5 years. Give me 5 years of absolute studness and fucking being just absolute beast, because Will Anderson is that type of cat that's going to be an absolute fucking beast. Give me that. Give me 5 years of that, and then go after. I agree with you on the wide receiver standpoint, by the way.
Yep.
Because I don't trade down. Unless I get the 1 pick. If I get the number 1 pick, which is probably not going to happen.
No,
but if it's not going to happen. But if I get the 1 pick or 2 pick, which is actually the 2nd pick would be realistic too. I'd possibly trade down as long as it guarantees me an opportunity to get an impact making defensive lineman.
Yeah, and right now, go ahead.
So
all right, and there's 2 in the top 5 right now, and Will Anderson and Jalen Carter, 2 really difference-making defensive linemen.
But the only problem with Carter is, and everything from some of the things that I've seen with him, is he doesn't have the motor that Anderson does.
Okay.
So that's the concerning thing. Anytime you get that type of scouting report on a player that he wants to do it when he wants to, I don't like that. I want a guy that I'd rather coach a player from when I was coaching, I'd rather coach a guy who wants to keep fucking going and playing, practice all the fucking time and be like, hey man, chill the fuck out. Like, relax. I'd rather coach someone like that than have to be like, come on, let's go, bitch. I would much rather go that route. It's just that's just my thing. But if I had my dream scenario, I would go edge rusher first. After edge rusher, then I would go after a wide receiver, And then after wide receiver, then I would get back up on the offensive line after that. So 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th round, whatever, go after your offensive lineman. Then interior defensive lineman, I think they need to go after as well. And to be honest with you, I think they still need to go after another corner. Because I don't like, it's not that I don't like Gordon. It's not that I don't like John. They're not bad. I just don't see the playmaking abilities. I think you found a stud in Brisker.
Oh, hell yeah.
You found an absolute beast in Brisker. But I think and even then, like, I think you might go linebacker too. I would be mad at them finding a linebacker either, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
they outside of Sanborn, they're gonna basically have to replace, at least in the 4-3 scheme, they're gonna have to replace both outside linebackers at this point. Like Nicholas Morrow and Matt Adams are good backups to like special teams players at this point in their career. They're not at least average NFL starters.
You'll
at
never
this point in
see
their career.
You'll never see Morrow play special teams, dude. You'll never see him play special teams.
Yeah,
Nicholas Morrow will never play special teams. Like I'm not saying like you're wrong in like your thought process, but I'm just saying like you can't ever. I can't see him going from a starter for his whole career to being like, all right, man, I'm gonna play special teams.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know. That's just my thought on it. But hold up, it's a tutty, Kelsey.
Oh boy,
or Kelsey Kittle. Purdy, it's looking Purdy. I got so this actually leads in well. So I'm gonna so we'll do it now before we get into our Chicago Bulls conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Got a yeah. I saw that too.
Yeah, just
it's you can't draft a guy that it's not.
Yeah, and if
they're going at each other, and they're going at each other right now. Jack was saying Miles Murphy is no slouch either, and then Sean was just like a lot of draft experts are saying Carter has. Like
I agree. Give me the guy who's been compared to Von Miller.
Right. Yes, Anderson, dude. I'm telling you, I like it. But that being said, though, so degenerate bets, buddy. So. I don't know if you do that. I don't know if you knew that we did this here.
I did. I vaguely remember it.
But I have a oh jeez. Sorry. I just saw MJ's text message. Sorry, buddy. Hey, well, it's kind of serious. Love you, buddy. I get it. All right. Degenerate bets. All right, man. So I don't know if you bet, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I got a bet on this game right here. So not a huge fan of all of it. What's going on? All right. So here's I got a little parlay action going. I have McCaffrey 60 plus rushing yards. I'm feeling good about that. A DK Metcalf anytime touchdown.
Beautiful.
I need that for fantasy too, so that better happen. Geno Smith freaking air that shit out. Here's the curveball though. Here's the curveball. So I need each team to score. This now that I'm reading this.
Oh no! What did you do?
I need each team to score 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals.
What the What?
Yep.
That is insane.
And the worst part about it is, who is that? And the worst part about it is, I wasn't even drinking when I made that bet.
Oh, you can't even have that excuse.
No, I have no excuse on that. That's bro, let me tell you something. That is definitely a Price is Right moment right there.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, not good at all. But you know what though? You know you're always winning though if you have good homeowners insurance.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
So again, guys, that's Jeff at mybebig.com. Jeff at mybebig.com. Get a quote at 704-464-4544 and let him know that Third Down Thursdays, Coach Bruce Jackson and everyone at Third Down Thursdays sent you. And he'll definitely help you guys out with anything you need: housing, car insurance, rental insurance, all that crazy shit.
Things I don't look forward to having to do in about a year.
Hey, man. Hey, well, you know what, though? Let me tell you something. He'll definitely help you out with that. But that being said, man, I don't know if you've noticed this on my desk. Not desk. I have my folding table in front right here. But I have so last year I referred to the Chicago Bears as the Chicago Shits. I have in my toilet a golf ball. And said golf ball has the Chicago Bulls logo on it. All right. What in the hell? Jackson, I'm going to let you lead on this one.
Okay.
What the hell is going on with the Chicago Bulls?
They cannot win games in the clutch.
I just should have just edited it right there. They cannot win games. I'd be like,
that's true.
Analytic gold right there.
They gave me the glasses for a reason, Bruce. They gave me the glasses for a reason. But
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. But yeah, no, they cannot win games in the clutch right now. And for those who don't know, clutch it's a 5-point game within the last 4 or 5 minutes, I believe. So right now, as it sits, they have
Is it 5 minutes? It was 4.
It's within the last 5 minutes. I only know this because the Nuggets defense sucks except for their best in the league in clutch minutes, so we've had to learn that one.
All right. So last 5 minutes. Right now, as it currently sits after that embarrassing OT loss to the New York Knicks last night, they are now 3-11 in clutch games this season. 3-11. And I think that comes down to, and again, it's a recurring thing in Chicago sports right now, basically outside of the Bears, because they're in full tank mode, is that ownership and front office went cheap during the offseason and didn't build and didn't try and fix any of the major flaws that existed in this team outside of maybe rebounding with Andre Drummond. They didn't fix their three-point shooting, and they didn't really fix a ton of their other defensive issues as well. They're still a good defensive team this year. They got a good defensive rating, but there are just times last year where their defense really struggled. And again, they didn't add a single three-point shooter on this offense, maybe outside of Goran Dragic, but that's not the type of three-point. You wanted a Buddy Hield, Malik Monk, someone who's just catch and shoot threes, so that way your other guys have space to operate.
So to touch on this, and I don't know, so this is just like a quick search. So the Bulls have the worst clutch team to start the season. And this was back in November 10th. This is an article from NBC Sports Chicago. Oh, by Third Down Thursday's friend Rob Schaefer. All right.
Him.
Oh, great dude. Every time he's on, he's always providing great information. So he gave us the stat in his article that Chicago in the 21-22 season, their clutch record, 5 minutes left in the game, was 25-16 last year. And we saw that DeRozan was hitting some outstanding shots. There's 2 back-to-back games he hit game winners. I think that was Washington, and I can't remember the
Indiana. It was Indiana. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Correct. You're right. So, yeah, and so this year, at the time of writing that article, the Bulls' record was 0-6. And, yeah, so basically they're losing games down the stretch, and their defensive rating's been awesome. But I want to touch on something different.
Okay.
I want to touch on something. I last week I said that the Bulls should sell. Just sell off everybody, burn it down to the ground and rebuild it. Rebuild the rebuild is what I was saying last week. I'm not gonna I know in the pre-show we kind of talked about this a little bit, and I was a little extreme with all the talk,
Mhm.
the talk and stuff. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit on that now that
Mhm.
I've like had like some power juice in me. Um, so thinking juice. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit, and I'm going to say, wow. I'm going to say Zach LaVine needs to step up.
Yeah.
I don't like you got paid a max contract. I think it was $250 million. Oh, sorry about that, Zach. $250 million, multiple years. Zach LaVine needs to step up. And I'm not saying this in a way that is going towards AK because Arturo Karnachovis, I probably
Yep.
that's why I apologize. But I'm not going at him. I'm not yet, anyways, because there was some people that on Chicago sports radio today that's been very upset at him too. But excuse me, I'm not going at him right now because I actually do. It's still fairly new in their rebuild. I'm going to go at Zach LaVine.
Okay.
Zach. So last year, Game 4 of the playoffs, Zach LaVine just didn't show up in the second half whatsoever. Didn't show up in the fourth quarter. Anytime they play against teams that are good, you don't see him perform well at
Yeah.
all. I unfortunately I don't have the stats to back this information up. It's just like a complete eye test from MJ doesn't like that. I get it. Some guys don't like that. I watch us. I get it. However, had I known I was going to talk about this, I would have researched. But anytime the Bulls play a team that is a good basketball team, Zach LaVine is just nowhere to be seen. It's always DeRozan. DeRozan has been the most consistent person. And I think The Athletic did a breakdown of top NBA players right now. And in the top 20 was DeRozan. And then 40th was Zach LaVine.
Oh.
That's not good. The fact that you have a 30-something-year-old who is on his second year of his 4 or 5 year contract.
3 year. DeMar only got 3 years on his contract.
And well, isn't the fourth team option or no?
I don't think there's a 4th year for a 4th year team option.
So this isn't, but that's not good. You don't want to see that, regardless of that. Like you don't want to see the 30-something-year-old being the one that didn't get the max contract, being the one in the top 20, top 10, whatever it might be, while you're down here in the 40th area. I don't know if he's injured. I don't know if his knee's bothering him. I don't know what's going on with that situation, but dude either needs to nut up or shut up. And real quick before, I got to let you say something, obviously, on this. Real quick, there's also a story out that Lonzo Ball may not play the rest of this year.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
I have 2 things. One, I pulled up Zach LaVine's game log for this year.
Okay.
And this is based on plus minus that I'm reading off. His worst plus minus,
I don't like
at least his 5 worst, were minus 32 against Cleveland. That was the opening night game. Minus 23 against Denver on November 13th.
Ugh.
Minus 19 against Phoenix. Then minus 14 against New Orleans and minus 9 against Toronto. In those games, he didn't play. He was inactive and had a minus 9. I don't know. But he was a minus 9 against Sacramento. Above that, he had, points. He had 23 against Cleveland, 21 against Denver, 21 against Phoenix, 25 versus New Orleans, and 41 against Sacramento. Shooting percentages, he had.
That's what I want. That's what I'm curious about. Shooting percentages.
52% against Cleveland,
I'll take that.
53 against Denver.
I'll take that.
46 against Phoenix.
Yeah.
40% against New Orleans and 57 against Sacramento.
Yeah.
He
But
wasn't shooting the 3-ball great though.
Yeah.
It's just
33 against Cleveland, 16% against Denver and Phoenix, 36 and 33. Like, it's fine. It's not. The 16% are bad, but the 33 is fine.
I just don't. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like what I've been saying.
Career-wise, he shoots what
46. I'm gonna guess.
38%. He's at 38%.
Oh, from three?
career. Yeah,
From three. Okay.
45.9 career from the field.
46. You like that?
Spot on.
All right, Jackson. What do you think, man? What do you think about what's going on?
Yeah, I was doing some research too while you were going away. And honestly, his career like points per game kind of matches up with like him not showing up against great teams. I mean, he's averaged his most points against the Timberwolves, 26, but the other like teams in his top list have been the Nets, the Wizards, the Pelicans, and granted, the Pelicans have only been good for like the past 2 or 3 years.
And keep in mind that
Kings.
there's injuries. There's been injuries with the Pelicans too, and they're not exactly vying for jack shit either.
Exactly. And then you got the Kings, the Knicks, the Thunder, and then you look at some of his worst like points per game. He averages 17 against the Bucks, 17 versus the Suns, 17 against the Lakers, 18 against the Raptors, 18 versus the Heat, and 19 versus the Celtics. So he's putting up great numbers against the Sacramentos and some of those lower tier teams out in the NBA, but against some of the best competition. It's even in the game that the Bulls won last year in that playoff game, it was DeRozan and Vooch
went
who
off
were
too.
carrying the load and why they were able to take a game from the Bucks.
And then
So-
he sits in the corner and doesn't do jack shit. All right, Zach.
Yeah.
what's up,
Funny that we're talking about those averages being bad when most players in the league would dream of having 19 points a game.
Yeah, but you know
But,
what though?
no,
it's a
it's-
max contract. If you
Yeah,
you have to produce.
testament to how good Levine actually is, more than like in general than it is
Right.
him being bad. I do wonder though, and this is a question for you guys in this
Mhm.
topic of how bad is his knee right now,
Right.
That's a
and how much is it affecting it? Because I
right.
brought this up to you a couple weeks ago, Bruce. of
Agree.
Be patient with Lonzo and Levine. Give it the year, and then next year, when hopefully they're healthy
Right.
enough to go, you can compete then.
Right.
It doesn't mean they're not missing pieces or anything, but I
Right.
think that it's affecting a lot of where they're at right now.
Right. I agree 100% on that, Zach. And you brought that up like last week, and I was like, damn, this motherfucker's right. But no, I 100% agree with that. And you know what though? I think I'm gonna shoot a text message to Rob this week to see if he's willing to jump on our Christmas episode.
It's gonna be,
But,
are we gonna decorate the folding table?
I don't know, maybe.
I mean,
Last year I had like Christmas like lights around like the introduction area and stuff like
ooh,
that. So,
there you go.
yeah, we might do something, but I don't know. All right, well, so what are your thoughts though on that? Do you think his knees pretty messed up right now?
It's tough because instead of like sitting out a good portion after he had that repair surgery last season, he tried to play through it a little bit, and then obviously he got another surgery because I think he got his knee cleaned out and had like an injection during the season, and then obviously he got the surgery in the off season. So I think at this point it's still trying to get his legs underneath them. They're basically just under 30 games into the season. If this is still continuing like 40, 50 games into the season, I think then we'll have some potential issues, but he's been looking a little better here and there, but he's still looking slow. The shot still looks kind of off. So, and there's just so many other issues on this team with injuries, with Ayo Dosunmu being out, and just still no 3-point shooting outside of Vucevic and Levine, and still struggling to rebound.
So, and Vooch is on his last year of his contract too. So I'm interested to see what they end up doing.
I've been saying I would not mind seeing Vucevic in like a package of like Vucevic and maybe like Kobe White or Vucevic and like Patrick Williams.
They got to get something. They got to get
moved
something.
for something. You got to get something for him. It was that trade with Orlando's looking worse and worse for him. So
no, I 100% agree. I 100% agree. But you know what though? You know what's looking really good right now?
What's that?
Us moving to a nice, calm, soothing fireside chat. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the segment of the show where you guys get to come at us with anything, any questions, whether they be stupid, whether that be fun, whether that be sports related, whether that be anything related. Come at us with anything that you want to come at us with, and we will answer them to our best ability. Gentlemen, what is the good word?
Quick breaking news to start off. The New York Mets continue to spend money as they have signed Omar Narvaez, catcher Omar Narvaez. So
That's a good one for them, too.
Where
Good
is all
timing
this
for them.
money coming from?
Steve Cohen, man. Dude
Like-
takes his money.
Like, dude, I want to piss money. Like, how do you do
That would be
that?
pretty sick. That would be pretty dope. But he drinks gallons of water a day just to get amounts of money from peeing.
just grow $100 bills in your bladder.
Exactly.
$100.
And
Yeah.
the longer you hold it, the more money it's worth.
Oh
Piss
shit!
So if you
Piss-
start feeling it and you just go, then you get ones. And if you hold it for a couple
Pi-
hours, like we have
piss
to do
50s.
in class, it'll get to 100.
You piss 50, shit hundreds. Actually, no.
That's not a bad idea either.
Piss 50s, shit Benjamin.
I want to
Whoa!
time out.
Hold on.
Ooh.
Do the Bears target no, negative. I don't like that. I don't know if Sean, I don't know if you were in here earlier, but my what I want them to target in free agency this year is offensive linemen, because there's a proven track record with offensive linemen in the NFL. You have the money, pay the offensive lineman to protect Justin Fields, so that way Justin Fields can find receivers, and Claypool will be fine as he has a full offseason to work in the system and work with Justin Fields. Just my opinion.
Are you worried about Darnell Mooney?
No, he's never been injured in his career up to this point. And it's not a soft tissue injury. It's an ankle injury. Had this been an ACL or a torn labrum or something like a ligament in his forearms, then I'm getting concerned. But it's an ankle injury. Screw the MetLife turf because it's god awful. But yeah.
And then where do you feel about his development in general, though? He hasn't produced quite as much as I thought he would.
So all right. So with that, Jackson, I'll let you answer what you're going to answer, but I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that they didn't have anybody else on that roster at that time to be a legitimate person that defenses are going to target. He was the only person. He was the only one that was doing anything for them. And Cole Kmet, someone would be like, all right, well, what about Cole Kmet? He has I think 6 touchdowns this year. Okay, in the red zone, he was a viable threat. Outside of the red zone, it was iffy. So I think having Chase Claypool, I don't like that. No, I don't like that.
No,
I don't want that. I don't want it. I think you're going to spend too much money.
Follow the line of not paying running backs, just like Jack does.
I just don't think that you.
Not Jack comments. I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, right. No, I don't like that. And then he's like, see, all right, we're gonna talk shit. We're gonna talk about this, by the way, tonight on COD, Sean, because I'm gonna tell you right now, that'd be way too fucking much money. Anyway, to go back to what I was saying though, having Claypool full season full off season under his belt, and then Justin Fields with an revamped offensive lineman, Mooney and Claypool are gonna be fucking filthy next year, in my opinion.
Yeah, you got the perfect 1-2 punch of Mooney's your deep threat, but also your security blanket underneath, and then you get Chase Claypool out. Really, Josh Jacobs over Saquon?
I would take Josh Jacobs over Saquon right now. Yes.
Wow.
I would too. Durability matters. I don't trust Saquon.
Yeah,
healthy,
I guess
But Josh Jacobs, take out the Broncos fan and having to play Josh Jacobs twice a year and getting career games every single time he plays against us. Dude's a monster.
Yeah, and
he's a monster. You get him to do it consistently every week, and you give him the rock. Hey, man, we scored 28 points. I don't want to hear a word.
But Yeah, I guess think at how the Bears run their offense. Josh Jacobs over Saquon Barkley makes a lot of sense because the Bears don't use their running backs in the pass game like at all. I remember one running back screen this year, and it was that like 40-some yarder that Fields had to David Montgomery when they played the Vikings in Minnesota. So
Right. No, I love it. I agree, but man, dude, Josh Jacobs would be a nice little gift for a franchise that just needs some loving.
He's a
yeah.
Bronco. Josh Jacobs.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna end it. All right,
Devontae's
we're,
out and
all right.
injured.
All right. No, we're done now. So
You ruined it. You ruined it. Good job, Zach. Good job.
I love it. All right. Well, before we sign off, gentlemen, we gotta run MJ's absolute favorite advertisement for our insurance company, real quick. That is Jeff at mybbig.com, 704-464-4544. Tell him Third Down Thursday sent you, and make sure Josh Jacobs signs with the Chicago Bears. Gentlemen, while you guys are not MJ and no one can replace how amazing that gentleman is, I appreciate you guys helping a brother out and helping Third Down Thursdays out.
Always happy to help my guy.
Much appreciated, gentlemen. Well, until next week, guys, this is Third Down Thursdays. Coach Bruce signing off for Jackson and Zach. We will see you guys next week. Hey, Jackson.
Yes.
Good shit, dog. Thanks, Zach.
Yep.
You too, man. You too. Both y'all.